Alright, let's get real for a second. Are Chinese carbon wheels really all that? In recent times, every Dick, Bob and Harry has a set of Chinese hoops on their bike. And honestly, I'm all for it. Unless you're a brand whore, they're the perfect choice, coming at a seriously good price point. So I'm here to find out if these wheels can really handle the race scene. We've already put them through the ringer, tested them at Sydney's Thursday morning chop, and they've survived some structured sprint sessions. But now is the last nail in the coffin. This is where things really matter, a crit race, where those marginal gains actually pay off. And no, this isn't an A-grade crit race, maybe not even a Cat 2, but it is a B-grade local race at Eastern Creek on an actual motorsport racing track. It's quite literally the perfect tarmac with wide, non-technical corners and a straight line downhill finish. And lucky for me, I'm a heavier lad. But is this the day I finally podium in B-grade, and will it be on Chinese wheels? Alright, so we are over at CCACHE and we are about to unbox the Superteam wheel set. So Superteam's a Chinese brand. They sent me out a wheel set, was like a ribbled wheel set. I thought the wheels looked pretty cool.
Superteam! Man, this is the team. H2.
And it's got like the fish.
I like it.
Fish gills along the side.
Final inspection. Spokes, tension pretty nice. Doesn't touch. Yeah. Very good.
Approve?
Approve.
Would you ride?
I will ride it.
Just tested out the wheel set from Superteam for the first time and loving them so far. I did 50 Ks on them and they feel really good. Super comfy, carbon spokes feel awesome. So running some cream wool Pirelli P0s on them. They've also been set up with tubes, so I'm running some TPU tubes from Ride Now. So for some specs on the wheels, they're about 1,300 grams, 1290 to be precise. The internal on the wheels is 23 and then the external is 30, 50 millimeters deep. Give them a whirl for the next few weeks. Good morning, welcome back to another video. Charlie and I on our way out to Eastern Creek Racecourse. We're doing a crit out there. It's like a motorsport park. It's a fucking mission away. About 20 Ks into our ride. It's about 40 K commute. Race starts at 7 AM. So we left at about 5:20 and just cruising down Parramatta Road. Testing out the Chinese wheels that I've been running for the last few weeks. See how they perform in a crit environment and see if we can get the dub. Charlie's going A, I'm going B. Let's get after it. So, plan is today, we're going to try and sit in a lot more than usual. Don't really know this course. Heard there's a few little pinches, risers, nothing major, like not as bad as like a Snipes crit or anything. But yeah, we're going to take it easy and see if we can actually try and get a win for a change. Just bend over. All right, welcome back to another crit race. Today we are out at Eastern Creek. Never raced Eastern Creek before, but I've heard some good things. It's actually a motorsport park, so you have race cars out here during the year that will race on this track. So we're doing the short loop today, which is about 2.8 kilometers. They do change the loop from week to week, And last week, it actually apparently had quite a sizable little pinch in it. So thankfully today we do not have that. If you've watched me crit race before, you know I tend to sit out the front far too often and I burn far too many biggies. And then I end up bodying myself and I get pipped at the line or even a few hundred meters before the line. Today, we were going for a different tactic. Jace from CPCC had basically told me, if you want to get a podium in B, you're going to have to sit in a lot more. Taking on board that advice, I sat in much more in this race, and my legs definitely felt better towards the end of the ride. That being said, I did get a cramp pretty early on in this race, but that was just from poor decisions on my way out. But as you can see, we're sitting in the wheels here and not really doing massive watts. Heart rate is quite low. The pace was actually quite low as well, but in the last few laps, things really started to spice up. Somehow I managed to find myself on the front, so I popped out to the right here and let a few of the other guys roll through. Knowing I wanted to save my legs, I needed a wheel to sit on and no one was rolling over my shoulder, so I thought this is probably the best thing to do. Thankfully, someone did roll through and I did manage to find a wheel to sit on, and my legs will thank me later in the race. Jumping forward here, we are into the final few laps. Now, in the last lap, when we came past the finish line, they actually rang the D bell. Now, these boys on the left here in front of me at the time are obviously quite confused because they thought that it was our final lap. So in a moment, they actually went for a sprint and they burnt far too many bickies. No one else was contesting in the group because everyone else seemed to know that it wasn't our final lap. But these two didn't realize that and went for the sprint here. To be fair, there was quite a lot of confusion because there was a C grade sign, a D grade sign, and they rang the bell when we came past, which was quite confusing because there was no C graders or D graders around us. Now, looking back on this, it's actually quite funny. These boys made the same mistake 2 laps in a row. So again, they went for the sprint thinking it was the final lap, but no bell had been rung. So actually quite a few people joined them here and everyone thought this was our last lap. I didn't actually think this was the final lap, so I sat back and took it quite easy here. And then in a moment, I put in a major effort to try and put some hurt in the group, considering that they'd all just sprinted for the finish line. I knew that this next lap was actually going to be the last lap because now they'd just rung the bell. And I had pretty fresh legs here, so I thought if I put in a major effort, the guys who have just sprinted for the finish are going to have pretty sore legs and probably won't be able to react. Now, I unfortunately did get caught by the rest of the group. However, that was okay because I was like, all right, if I've done a massive effort, they would have had to do a similar effort to catch up to me. So I thought I'll let them pass by here and I'll sit in the wheels for a moment to recoup and let my legs recover a little bit. And then I'm going to give it another squirt once I feel good. So that's exactly what I did. I had sat in for about 30 seconds to a minute and I was like, all right, I've got fresh legs now. I need to attack again and put some more hurt in the rest of the group. So I did that and I probably went a little bit too early because when the guys came past me here, I thought, all right, it is all over. I don't know if I can push the watts to stay with these guys. My legs were hurting at this point. My heart rate was up at 169, which is quite high for myself. And I thought, all right, that's it, race over. But it actually all came together in the end here and I managed to get in some wheels and stay with the guys at the very front here. And I thought, all right, I've got one last squirt to give. So I did give it a little squirt here and I get out on the right-hand side. Didn't actually have what I wanted in the legs for the sprint. So I ended up sitting in Sphinx position the whole way down. And looking back on this, I realistically should have sucked onto the guy's wheel as he came past me because these guys just sat in my slipstream the whole way down. And as we crossed the finish line, it was literally neck and neck with second and third. This guy got away here, so I probably should have jumped onto his wheel, but that's okay. You live and you learn. It was a great race, and coming into the line here, it's literally neck and neck with second and third. Fuck me dead. Legs are shot. Whew. Literally started cramping like 10 Ks in the fucking race. I think we got third. Fucking hell. I think you pipped me at the line, brother.
Yeah, it's nice.
Good shit. Nice work, bro. I think we got third. We're about to find out. Charlie got nada. Last. Weird race though. My legs need these. So we ran the Superteam wheels today. First crit race on them. Performed really well. I think they were responsive in the sprint, pretty planted as well. It was super windy out there today, so there was a lot of crosswinds, and they felt really good in the wind. And then with like holding speed, they were really good as well. So I mean, all around, I enjoyed riding these wheels. Also, I'm not a wheel reviewer, but you know, I've ridden different wheel sets. This is my fourth wheel set I've ridden, so I have some comparison to other wheel sets, and I would say they're definitely comparable, and it performed really well in a crit, so no complaints from me.
Max Mann in third, Brett Lennon in fourth, and Richard Field in fifth. Well, he's off with the picture. Well done, everyone, and thanks for racing. Hope to see you next week for the hill finish.
Dude, that dog looks scary. Cheers, huh?
Cheers, mate.
Ooh.
Hey. Is this dog friendly or are we gonna get mauled?
The sausage roll post-race.
You want some? Wants a bite? We're just on the trot home now. We've had our servo park up. Traditional Aussie park up. Cure to all sore legs, I say. About 10 minutes into the race, I started getting cramps when I got out of the saddle, which I have no idea how. But obviously, didn't fuel enough on the way out here. Didn't drink enough liquid. It's like an hour 30 trip out. And I felt fine, but legs not good. So next time we ride out, feel better. Because it was a fucking punish, man. Cramping every time I got out of the saddle. Wheels perform really well, really happy with them, and if you're interested, there'll be a link down below. First race out at Eastern Creek, and I had a great time. A few people came up to me and said that they had watched the videos, enjoyed the videos, so thanks for saying that. Thanks for coming over and saying good day. And yeah, it was awesome. B grade was definitely the way to go. I just still need to work on my racecraft, so obviously today tried to sit in a lot more, which I did. I sat in heaps, but riding out there, the legs didn't feel great. I probably didn't drink enough fluid on the way, so a bit dehydrated. Cramps actually kicked in, which I don't know how. Solid day out on the bike, solid race. Sitting in was the tactic, and that definitely worked. And unfortunately, I got pipped by 2 others at the line, but that's racing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed looking at this wheel set, and I hope you enjoyed the racing. And I will catch you in the next vid, and hopefully some more racing. Ciao.